Yeah, I mean,
probably 9 times out of 10 erectile dysfunction. So
there's 3 men in this room, all retarded, and only one of them would bring the conversation towards penises.
I didn't think of that.
And reliably. Yeah, I have to say, you and me both, I don't actually tend to look at things with the analytical perspective of how would my penis look in this.
Got to take everything into consideration.
Yeah, I think you only take one thing into consideration. That's the male genitalia.
Those were the 5 women that were flirting with me.
Yeah, calling him Justin Bieber.
Yeah.
They called you Justin Timberlake.
No, they actually called me Denzel Washington. I love you, know. Right, if you could know exactly when you die and how you die, would you want to?
Yes.
Okay, do tell.
Oh, so you get to know both? It's not one or the other?
No, you know both. You know both, but I'm open to saying if you don't want to know one or the other, then you can do that. So you could know how, but not when, or when, but not how. You can do that. First of all, though, go on.
Does it have to be like realistic to today?
As opposed to when? Tomorrow?
No.
What
So,
question is that?
Yeah, what is
No, as in like with today's technology and what we're capable of doing.
Oh, I see what you're saying. As in line with progression.
Yeah.
I'll say right now.
Yeah, for the sake of the point, yeah.
Fuck.
Because otherwise, you don't. We're not aware of how advanced we should become, or no one here is at least.
I'd probably say hit a deer while driving.
I mean, so we've got there are 3 ways of answering a question. There's yes, no, and hit a deer whilst driving. No,
I said yes. I said yes.
Okay.
Yeah, but that's got nothing to do with the question.
Yeah. It's not.
It does.
No, so you want. So that's the way that you want. So you've determined how you want to die.
Yeah, it's just quick and easy, isn't it?
No, but that's not the point. You don't get to choose. You don't get to choose. You just know. You might be lucky enough to die hitting a deer. I mean, I don't know why you want to do that anyway. You're killing a deer as your last act on Earth.
The deer will be all right.
No, you wouldn't. Get hit by a car.
Yeah, rumbled, mate.
Yeah, but it would be rumbled.
Can I answer it then?
Yes.
I don't know what's going on in your
This
head
man's
there.
been perplexed by the question.
I want to know when I die, not how I die, so I can prepare for that day.
You can't alter fate though. So if you know when.
No, I know. There's loads of chances before that I could die, but if that's when I definitely die, because that's who's told me this. Whoever, the big man upstairs.
The big man upstairs.
He told me this. He said you're gonna die on January the 2nd. 30-30. There you go.
30-30. You're living a long time.
Yeah.
Because this is the 1,000-year-old man.
Well, I don't want to jinx it and say I die next year, do I?
Look, I don't mean to burst your bubble, but you probably won't die in 30-30. So you would want to know when, but not how. James wants to just know how. And he only wants it to be a specific way as well.
Yes.
There is only one way James wants to go, and that is death via deer. Deer in headlights.
I don't know where this deer came from.
Antler to the skull.
I don't know, but it's on James's dashboard now in his mind. I think I'd probably. I can't help but feel that if you knew how, that you must. Because you cannot change what's going to happen. So if you know that the way you're going to die is a deer is going to hit your dashboard and that's going to be you packed in. If you're going out in your car that day, you know that this is the last time you're doing it. You know that, there's a deer coming for me. There's a deer out there somewhere and he is coming for me now. And you're still going to get in the car because you have to. You can't choose.
Why is it coming for us?
Because it's your death, isn't it?
It's just waiting for us. Like,
if you know how, he's brought penises into it as well. If you know how,
This is being hunted in the forest again by a deer.
by a forest giraffe, I should have, No, but my point is, if you know how it's going to happen, then when you go to carry out the act, before that, you're going to be well aware of the
I've
fact.
just noticed that.
Yeah, what my
Just a blob and
my intriguing
You
my
both
intriguing
just
lava
stared
there.
at it.
I could make a penis joke right now, but I won't.
Again.
Yeah, so that's the third time.
Is he hiding
He's just.
something?
I don't think he is. I think he's having his colours on
Him
full
coming
display.
out.
He wants the world to
Sorry.
know. So yeah, I mean, I think I'd want to know when, but not how.
If I'm being told you're going to get stabbed 24 times in the chest, brilliant. Can't wait for that.
Exactly, but that's my point. Is you'll live in perpetual
That's
fear.
horrible. Don't want to know. that
Exactly. James does. James just hopes that he's gonna roll that dice and hope that it comes out deer
at all. Right,
shaped.
are you hitting the deer and it kills you, or you are the deer?
well. So now we've opened up an interesting question.
Yeah, because
No. So you don't shapeshift in just beforehand. You
Wake up one day and you're like,
oh no.
shit,
yeah, fuck. I'm a deer.
So what are you?
I'm in the car.
Yeah, James is in
Why
the
does it
car
kill you?
because if
Once you
you
hit
Because-
something, you stop, and that's you're just like, oh no,
No.
deer's dead.
no, the deer's coming at you. It's got a point to prove, and
Well, you're not in
that
the
you
car.
are the point.
I am in the car.
That's what deer's
He
just
is the
running
car.
at you now.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, this is
While you're
personal.
in the car.
It is personal.
driving towards it
Yeah.
at
okay.
65 miles an hour.
Oh, the deer's driving the car at you.
So that's a good point actually. We never thought
Deer's
about the fact
driving the car towards
that
me.
potentially the deer is the one in the driver's seat, quite literally. Now, how does that change the complexion?
Well,
I mean, to be
even
honest,
better.
James, I'm going to be completely frank. I still don't think you've actually answered this question. You just brought deer into it.
See, like the problem is, if you get told when, you're going to be just stressing, counting down the days.
Exactly.
If you get told how, it just catch you by surprise.
They're both kind of shit, actually, now that I think about it, because if you did know, as you say, you're totally right. If you knew how, you wouldn't know when. So if, for instance, for the sake of the point, let's move it away from deer. If you knew that you were going to die by getting hit in the side of the head with a football, every single time you go and play football, you're going to be worried. Every single time you walk through a field, you're going to be worried. Every single time you walk anywhere, you're going to be mildly concerned when someone comes past with a football. Is this man about to assassinate me via
By a type
a
hunting
deadball specialist?
That's the same with everything. Like,
So
if you get told you're going to drown, you're not going to go swimming.
Yeah, but you will.
If you're going to fall out of a tree, don't climb a tree.
But you're still going to die that way. You cannot alter fate.
I think I would assume
It's
it's
gonna
like
come
I see
for
what
you.
you're saying now, yeah.
I would assume it's like one of those things where it's like you know what's going to happen, but you sort of like automatically forget about it.
I don't know. You'd probably be quite aware of this one. I think.
No.
I
I mean, like, I don't know how to describe it.
You would be open to the fact that you're going to get murked by a deer at some point.
I don't know how to describe it. I know what I mean in my head.
No one else does.
Don't know, your head's working right now.
That's the frustrating part.
How about we just move on to the next one?
I think that's a wonderful idea, and I've got one that I think's going to. I don't think you're going to have any through roads to bring fellatio into this. So, right, how much money would you pay to watch an hour-long video of the best moments of your life? You have to raise this amount of money, so you need to bear that in mind.
Raise.
Yeah, so you can't say 10 million unless you're prepared to put that money up front. This is money that you have to take from your pocket.
Am I watching it on my own or can I invite anyone?
You can invite anyone. You can bring anyone you want.
Well, I'd be bringing...
Do they have to pay as well?
No, but here's what I'm thinking. So I'm thinking, when from? What age?
That we can start with that. Do you want it to be the end of your life, which means you'll get the whole picture, but you'll quite possibly lose some of the pearls because there's so much and you've only got an hour?
Mm-hmm.
Or do you want it to be sort of up to 25, for instance?
I'll do it right now.
Yeah, I mean,
I'll do it right now.
I have to say, I think
Both my school time.
I'd probably say 25. I think 25, I don't know. I think 30. I think no, I'm going to say 25. 25.
Right. Yeah, because what I was thinking is, so I did it right now, I'd invite all my mates that I know and they know will be in that,
Yeah.
and then get them to chip in. Cause
No, they're not allowed to chip in. They're not allowed to chip in. You've got to raise the money.
I've got to raise it.
Yeah.
There.
Yeah, no, you've got to pay the ticket here.
I'd just be working overtime then. I'd be sweet.
Yeah. So what's the fee though?
If I'm just using them at fee, just do a tenner.
A ten? No.
You know what I mean?
No.
Probably say like
Cheap answer, quite literally.
If I'm deciding,
75.
Right, let me reframe it. How much is the most you would pay?
150
£150.
grand,
or
mate.
100.
£100.
A grand.
£100. You're having a laugh.
Grand. No,
10 grand. What, for an hour of the best moments of your life? How many of those things you are such fond?
Can
All
I
right,
admit-
I might be tight on money.
hang on. Let me add another element. You can relive the moment. You can feel the same feeling that you felt in that time.
100 grand.
You will feel as you watch it.
100 grand.
This is just a one-off, and you'll never get this ever again.
No, you never get it again. You can't record it.
If I'm reliving it, that'd be
50 grand.
50.
Yeah, but you got to think.
You have to raise that money
Get
though.
that.
Yeah, you could.
It would take time, but I could get that.
Time's
the only
worth
thing
it.
is,
Are you paying for everything else aside as well?
what do you mean?
All your like daily, like your car.
Yeah. You have to raise the money.
It's definitely doable.
50 grand.
50 is a lot.
50 grand is a lot of money, but it is doable.
Yeah, it's definitely doable.
Only point is though, how readily available is that money going to be for you? Because it might be. Well, let's say for the sake of the point, you can make it the one bracket. So say you do choose 11 to 25, say for instance, and it takes you till you're 40 to have 50 grand there. You're still in that bracket. So it's not going to now say that it's all the memories up until 40.
Credit card.
Yeah, stick it on a credit card. Excuse me, what do you need a loan for? Don't worry about it. Just,
Please.
just give me the fucking money.
Yeah.
Just give me that money. I'd say probably. I don't want to wait that long for this, so probably 20 grand for 1 hour. That's some premium rates.
Yeah, but I mean, you got like pension.
Yeah,
you could
James,
use.
when do you think you're accessing your pension?
I don't have pension yet.
You're not,
No. I have to be 21.
do you?
Yeah.
Do you have to be 21 for a pension?
Damn,
what
that's
I've been
rough.
You're going to be
I've got a
121 when you
pension.
access that pension.
I've got a pension scheme.
I know, my work says no, you have to be
Old
21.
bastard.
I was like, okay.
Yeah, and what's good?
What's good?
Yeah.
Not your knees, mate. You're too old.